Hey guys, so fidget spinner. Uh, um, I'm just kind of making videos. It's just dark and gloomy out. It's only like 6 o'clock, 6:30. But I think it's supposed to rain today, or at least be cloudy. So I'm just like, okay, well, until I go to work, let me just kind of make some videos, and then yeah. So I don't know. What do I want to talk about? Fidget spinners. You should go out and buy a fidget spinner. Fidget spinners are great for people with ADHD and autism. It'll help you focus. No. Go out and buy them because they're all the rage right now, and you don't want to be left behind. Now, I mean, I agree with them with the whole stress thing, because once you start spinning these things, you're so focused on it spinning that you don't really have a thought of anything else. You just kind of sit there and just like, it's just hearing the world go round and around. I was gonna get Sharingan one, or if they had like a Dragon Ball one that had like each one had a little Dragon Ball in it or something like that. There was a few Pokemon ones. I'm pretty sure they might have Doctor Who ones too. But yeah, it's so hard to see because my friggin' hand is so massive. I've got giant Shrek hands. My big sausagey fingers. Like really, just my hand is so big, and yet, like, it's almost the same size as my head. But my palm, just look at how big my palm is. My fingers should be a lot longer, because I've seen people smaller than me with really long fingers because their palm is so small. But mine is massive. It's like when I pick up a hamburger or something, it looks so small because it's just my whole palm just engulfs the damn thing. But you know what they say about guy with big hands, right? Big gloves. And it's true. Like at work, I have to wear gloves, and they have to be like extra large, and even those don't fit. But I don't think they have extra large. I don't know. I've never seen double XL gloves before, so I don't know. But yeah, so giant hands. I've also got like size 14 shoe, and it's not fun, especially when you have to get a job where you have to wear name brand. Name brands are expensive enough, but then the higher you go in foot size, the more expensive it is. So it's like, oh yeah, you need to wear name brands. It's like, okay, you understand that my size is 14, right? So that's expensive enough. And then you're asking me to buy name brand? Like, do you realize how much I'll be spending for that? But I have name brands because of the job I was going to have. I don't know where they are right now. I think they're under my bed because I don't use them. Because I had to get non-slip shoes for work. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to use the other ones anytime soon. So just like my work boots, they're just under the bed now because I don't use them. I used the work boots for like 3 days, and then they were like, well, you know, you seem to be having trouble keeping up with everyone, so we're just going to go ahead and end your assignment. I worked at the recycling place that's like down the street, and they had me working on plasma TVs, essentially, which is just a recycling plant where we take apart electronics. And they started me with plasma TVs, and you think of plasma TVs now, you know, long, flat, but there's a lot of stuff inside, and especially like the old school plasmas where the flat screen and then the back kind of like goes like that, like a weird, and it's like this weird aluminum, metal, plasticky type thing. So essentially I'm trying to, you know, bzz, 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 but then the middle one never wants to come out, so you have to essentially just kind of fold the thing up as much as possible, take a hammer and just like boom, boom away at it until the the screw or nail or whatever's in there finally decides to come out. And someone who has fibromyalgia like me, who barely has the strength enough as it is to do that, I'm sitting there, oh God. I think one day it was so bad that I was hammering something and my hand went back and the hammer just flew out of my hand and hit the box behind me. I was like, it was boom. I'm like, well, that's not good. But yeah, everyone was like, yeah, it's like one of the hardest things you can do there. And I don't have any experience in taking apart electronics or with power tools. I mean, like, you know, everyone should know how to work a drill, which I know how to work a drill. I know how to use a hammer. But taking stuff apart like that, I'd never done before. We were supposed to get like 1,500 pounds a day done. And I couldn't. My body is just so slow now. And I couldn't keep up. But having one of the hardest things to take apart there was a lot of small monitors that were like this big. Essentially all you do is just pick them up, throw them to the ground as hard as you can, they split open, and then you just pick them up and just pretty much rip everything out and put it where it should be. That was easy. One day I just got pretty much like a box full of those. I had a bunch of smaller plasma TVs and I took those apart, and the rest were just monitors. I was just like, boom! Take another one out. Boom! Oh, not coming off. Bam! And it was fun for that part. But yeah, that's the story of my boots that I don't use. Also somewhere like way under the bed, because out of sight, out of mind. You know? Had another monster today. I got 2 yesterday because it was like 2 for $5.50 or some shit like that. So I was like, we'll just get 2 of them. So it's not something I drink often, very rarely. Like, I think the last time I had a monster was in March when they had the Celtic Festival, like right down the street, and I had to go down to the store to withdraw some money. And my friend was like, "Oh, could you pick us up drinks while you're there?" I'm like, "Okay." So I got them soda and then got me a Monster. I remember when Monster first came out, I was in high school, and pretty much the only people who drank Monsters were people like me and my friends, like the goths, the scene kids, the emo kids, the rockers, stuff like that. Nowadays, everyone drinks it. It's kind of like Rockstar. Same thing back then. Rockstar was just pretty much that elite little group, like the emos and the scenes and the goths and stuff like that. In high school, I had hair, halfway down my back. And essentially, I'm not saying I was a rock star, but considering that there were so many people who I was friends with in different groups, every single group in school I was friends with. I had friends who were cheerleaders. I had friends who were drama, theater queers. That's what they call the drama kids, the theater queers. I had friends who were jocks. I had friends who were, that one black group, that one Mexican group, the one white kid group. Every single group I had friends in. So, I was just really respectful to everyone. That's pretty much how you make friends. So, just be respectful. You'll get friends. Yeah, I didn't like high school though. It's like, oh, you must have been bullied. No, actually I wasn't. There was one kid, his name was Perez, and he was the only douchebag I've ever known to actually try to bully me, and he kind of did it subtly. Like, in gym, we were playing volleyball, so he took the volleyball and he threw it as hard as he could at my head. So basically, he threw the ball from however far across the gym, hit my head, like, boom, knocked my glasses off, and everyone is like, oh shit. They're like looking at me and then looking at him, and he's sitting there waiting for me to do something. I look down at my glasses, pick them up. I'm kind of like, put them back on, and I just start doing what I was doing before. Everyone's like, because he was like 5'3", and I'm 6'4", and they seriously, it's like, why is that kid still alive right now? Because I don't fight. I've never been in a fight. I have no intention on being in a fight because there's no need to. I was gonna be in a fight once, but I kind of talked the guy out of it because he pretty much assumed something, and the thing he assumed was wrong. So I just kind of gave him facts, and he was like, "Oh, sorry." I'm like, yeah, stay informed. But like, I know martial arts, but it's like Mr. Miyagi says, rule number 1, karate for defense only. So that's pretty much what I've lived by. I don't use it unless I needed to. So probably someone someday, but right now it's not the time. I want to be like 50, 60 years old and have someone try to pick a fight with me. Hey, let me go kung fu on your ass. I'm gonna be a grouchy old man. Like, I want to be one of those like old men that you see in your head who are really grouchy, you know, sitting on their their porch with the gun sitting there like this. You know, some little kid drops his ball on your lawn. You know, get your ball off my lawn. Get your ball off my lawn if you want to keep your balls intact. I'm already an ass. People are like, no, you're not an ass. Yes. Don't tell the person who admits that he's an ass that he's not an ass. I think I know myself better than everyone. So, you know, why am I looking? Like, I'm looking up here, but I think the camera is over this way. So, I mean, over this way. I don't know. Like I said, I think it reverses when I'm done. So, but that's why I'm looking around a lot. Well, I'm like, oh, you know, because it just kind of looks weird. I'm looking straight at it, but looks like my eyes are going up. So I think it's over this way. Let me just hi. What else? So dark out, cloudy. Cat. Sam. Probably not going to do it right now. Sam. Sam. He's like, no. He was all talkative before. Now he's just kind of resting. He's like, I've worn myself out by talking. Anyways, we're about 13:30 so far. I need a new chair. I need like one of them gaming chairs that actually like the back comes up to here and I can just because I'm just sitting in like this wooden chair and it's just not comfy. You know, I'm big, I'm 6'4" and I'm fat. I don't look it, but yeah, I'm fat. So I need a new chair. I need a new life. I need a new body. That's what, if Santa was real, I'd be like, can I get like the Terminator treatment or the Wolverine treatment, adamantium skeletons, so that way I don't feel that kind of pain anymore. Because it sucks having a regular skeleton and regular body functions. Like having nerves, send impulses of pain, stuff like that. But yeah. Anyways, that'll be it for today. For now, at least. I've got like 3-4 more hours before I have to go to work. They have me scheduled for like 10 o'clock at night. So, pretty much the only thing I do is go in and clean. Because it's like I said to them when I went in the other day, the whole place is a fucking estrogen fest. There's nothing wrong with girls in the workplace, obviously, but this place is hiring more girls than guys. The job that I do, one other guy does, and it's because the job we do, you have to not only do that, but you have to like do the sweeping and this thing and cleaning and this and that, and they don't want the girls to have to do it. So they even said they're looking for more guys to come to this job because estrogen. So like I think there's 10 girls and only maybe 4 guys. So yeah, I go in yesterday and there's a new girl. Not yesterday, the day before. So Wednesday. Yeah, I go in Wednesday and there's another girl there. I'm like, why? You hire people. Hire some guys. Seriously. There's too much vagina here. I'm like, don't turn into a sausage fest either. Just balance. But anyways, I've rambled on long enough. It's almost 17 minutes. Well, like a 5-minute video I wanted to make turned into almost 20. So yeah, thank you guys for watching for my rambling number 2. And yeah, comment below if you want to see me talk about something, because it's not fun trying to get on camera and think of something, because I don't know what everyone wants to hear. So yeah, with that, I will see you guys next time. Later.